Hello everyone, I'm Esther. I'm an ex-MOE English teacher with more than 9 years of teaching experience. Welcome to part 3 of the editing challenge. I'm going to explain the next few questions of the editing section in the 2017 O-Level English exam paper in detail. If you want to watch part 1 and part 2 of this video series, visit englishmastery.sg/editing-challenge to get all the videos. Some of the questions may seem easy because this is the 10-mark editing section. But remember, your aim is not to get a pass on this section, but to score 8, 9, or even 10 marks. That's because the comprehension section is very challenging, and you want to make up for it by doing well in other sections of the exam paper. Make sure you do not commit any careless mistakes, especially with easy questions. If your score is not consistent in the editing paper, keep a record of all your mistakes. Do you tend to make mistakes related to prepositions, articles, connectors? Keeping a record helps you to identify your weaknesses so that you can improve much faster. For now, let's continue with question 5. A quick reminder, this text is about how Dean Norburn, an Australian surfer, had a narrow escape during a close encounter with a shark. The fifth line reads, Dean said, "It gave me a bit of a shock, as you will understand." What is the obvious error in this sentence? Can you spot it? The error is the word give because it is in the wrong tense. Let's explore a bit more. To determine which tense to use, first you have to look at the contextual clues, which are clues found in the passage. Look at the other verbs in the story. What tense is being used? He had a narrow escape, a shark jumped, it brushed, it swam, Dean said. Had, jumped, brushed, swam, said. These are all verbs in the past tense. Another clue is to look at the text type. We know this whole text is likely a report of an accident that happened in the past. Naturally, we should be using the past tense. It also makes sense that the shock that the shark gave to Dean Norburn also happened in the past. That is why the word give in this sentence is wrong. Give is the present tense, whereas the correct verb form should be past tense, gave. Dean said, "It gave me a bit of a shock, as you will understand." And that is the correct answer. Before moving on to the next question, do you remember how to form the past tense? Let's do a bit of review. Forming the past tense of a regular verb is easy. Just add ed. Today I jump, yesterday I jumped. If the verb already ends in an E, just add D. Today I dance. Yesterday I danced. However, there are many irregular verbs, and this is where things get tricky. They are called irregular verbs because they do not follow this easy pattern. Remember the irregular verbs table we talked about in video 2? The table records a list of irregular verbs for your easy reference. For these verbs, you must memorize the irregular past tense. Let's take a short quiz. Do you know the past tense of these verbs? I write to express myself. In the past, I what to express myself. What is the past tense of write? I seek to get re-elected. In the past, I what to get re-elected. I forbid my students from eating in class. In the past, I what my students from eating in class. The answers are wrote, sought, and forbade. These are the past tense of the verbs write, seek, and forbid, respectively. Consistently reviewing past tense is a great way to master the English language. Let's move on to the sixth question. I remembered all the swimming lessons I had as a child and swam as hardly as I could to the beach. Look closely at this sentence. One of the words doesn't make sense. Hardly does not fit in this sentence. The correct answer is I remembered all the swimming lessons I had as a child and swam as hard as I could back to the beach. Of course, you know how to correct this sentence. It is easy. But why is hardly not the answer? You can swim hard, but you cannot swim hardly. Both are adverbs which modify the verb, but they have different meanings. What is the difference between hard and hardly? Let's find out. Hard adds intensity to a verb. It means a lot or with a lot of energy. It follows a verb. I studied hard before exams and did very well. She runs hard at every track meet and wins often. Hardly means something almost never happens. It goes before the verb. I hardly studied for the quiz, so I failed. I hardly run, so I am extremely out of shape. Let's see if you can tell the difference now. Which adverb is correct? He works hardly after school. They hardly attend remedial classes. The family hardly see each other anymore. She plays hardly at all of her tennis matches. The answers are hardly, and finally hard. I hope you've got all of them correct. And now, let's tackle question 7. The beach lifeguards described an accident as a near miss and cleared all the swimmers and surfers out of the water immediately afterwards. Do you notice an error in question 7? Take a look at articles. Articles are words that tell you if a noun is specific or unspecific. There are two types of articles. First, indefinite articles can refer to anything that isn't specific. An accident can be any accident. A surfer can be any surfer. Imagine you saying to someone, "Please pass me a book." He can hand you any book because you haven't indicated that you need a specific one. Likewise, if you make the request, "Please give me an apple," you are asking for any apple. In contrast, a definite article is specific. It refers to a specific person or object. If you ask someone to give you the book, he might ask, "Which one?" because he now needs to pick out the specific book you've asked for. In the editing paper, the incident is the specific incident we've been talking about already. It is where Dean Nobbin almost got attacked by a shark. Therefore, we don't use the indefinite article "an," but we would use the definite article "the." The correct answer is the beach lifeguards described the accident as a near miss and cleared all the swimmers and surfers out of the water immediately afterwards. While we're discussing articles, do you know the difference between a and an? Both are indefinite articles, but when do you use each one? Let's see if you can detect a pattern. An apple, a peach. An opera, a singer. An egg, a steak. You use "an" before the vowels a, e, I, o, u. On the other hand, you use "a" before all other letters which are also called consonants. An apple, a peach. An opera, a singer. An egg, a steak. Of course, there are exceptions to this rule, but for now, we'll keep things simple. Keep practicing your articles and tenses every day, and with more detailed practice and some hard work, you'll be more ready to ace this test. Imagine having the chance to learn these grammar rules in great detail every week. Wouldn't you start to gain great confidence over time? At English Mastery, we not only handpick and teach important grammar rules that students need, we also keep close tabs on the learning progress of every single one of our students. For instance, we use score sheets to track our students' scores. The band descriptors we use clearly show our students the areas they need to improve on. Every child gets feedback on specific areas they need to work on. We update parents every term on their child's progress. A lot of emphasis is given to corrections because we believe that breaking bad habits and incorporating healthy habits happen only in the correction process. This is our firm commitment to be responsible educators. If you want to find out more about our classes, visit englishmastery.sg for more information. If you would like to receive more free English tips like this, be sure to subscribe to our newsletter at englishmastery.sg/subscribe. To find out what other parents are saying about us, go to englishmastery.sg/testimonials. Remember to like and share this video with someone who will benefit from watching it. See you soon in the next video.